Hi. So we all know that I like to review products, and I'm pretty much a stay-at-home mom. Give me a second. Yes, I am in bed. I've been hurting pretty bad lately. I have a lot of low back and hip issues. I have what they're calling currently is an abnormal hip because I was born with hip dysplasia. And then now they're saying that it's degenerative arthritis, uh, and a whole bunch of other big words. Basically, there's arthritis in the lower half of my spine, pretty much from L5 down into my tailbone. And then my right hip is abnormal because that's the one I had hip dysplasia on. And because of all the years of compensating for my right hip, my left hip has got its arthritis also. Um, and it sucks. And living a life dealing with pain all the time is not fun. And I mean, like, there's people that'll always tell you, oh, pain's what makes you realize, you're still alive, and that's what lets you know you're here. Dude, don't give me none of that look. Like, I don't want to hear it unless you were walking in my shoes and dealing with my body. I am 6 foot tall and I'm overweight because I can't physically do the exercises or the physical therapy or all that other crap that you want me to do. Just because you can get up and down every day and you can bend over and you can run a mile and whatever does not make it that I can do it too. I wish I could, trust me. I wish that I could shed off all the weight and do things I haven't been able to do since I was a kid. But it's not going to happen. At least not anytime soon. Working on it. But it's taking its toll. I'm 32 now, and it's taking its number on me. It really is. About 2 weeks ago, I woke up one morning and I physically couldn't get out of bed. The pain was excruciating, and I mean to the point I was crying. I couldn't move. I couldn't get up. I couldn't get out of bed without somebody assisting me. I couldn't get up off the toilet without somebody assisting me. I couldn't even wipe myself without somebody assisting me. I couldn't dress myself. And everything had just flared up, and I couldn't move. Everybody who wants to sit there and say that you're fine, you'll be okay tomorrow, don't worry about it, you can beep 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 beep. um it's hard. You take a lot of things for granted, I can tell you that. The ability of just being able to stand up on your own, go to the bathroom on your own. Even something as I dropped my pen and I can't bend over to get it. I can't stand for more than 15 minutes on my feet. If that, I think I'm now pushing like 5-10 minutes without something hurting. And I mean, I force myself to do exercises and I force myself to do things, and then I'm down for the count for 2-3 days because I hurt myself. And it could be just as simple as laying down and doing a leg crunch, or not a leg crunch, a leg lift, or sitting in a chair and bringing my legs up. Just something simple. Standing too long, I will be down for the count. It's taken a toll more on my mental status than anything. Like that, I think, is my biggest problem. And I suffer not only from degenerative arthritis and the aftermath of hip dysplasia. I suffer from ADD. I suffer from severe anxiety. And I suffer from depression. And combination of it all has been my life. And when somebody goes, "You're too lazy," yeah, well, I got my own choice of words for you too. Because I, again, will tell you, live in my shoes for one day, deal with my daily struggles, and then tell me if you're going to still run your mouth about me. If you're going to call me lazy, or you're going to call me a fat person, or you're going to call me ugly, or whatever words, whatever choice of words you want to use. One day. Take my life for one day. Take my brain, take my back, take my hip, take all my pain. One day, you tell me if you can do it. And it takes a lot for somebody to come on here and talk about themselves. And I'm not making excuses. I push myself every day. I make sure I do something. I have a 9-year-old son. Like, we do. I mean, there's a lot I can't do. And he's the most supportive for as young as he is, and he shouldn't have to be. He is my biggest helper. He knows mommy can't do it. Or mommy tried and mommy got hurt. Like, he knows. Those 2 weeks that I couldn't get up, I couldn't get down, he was the one there with me, helping me out. While everybody else went to work, or whatever the case may be, he was the one getting me around. He was the one getting the walker I had to have. He was the one helping me toss and turn. He was the one giving my medication. He was the one feeding me because I couldn't get up to help myself. I don't know. It's just my biggest thing, my whole point of coming on here and talking about myself was when somebody tells you they're okay or they're not okay, you don't got the right to judge them whether they are or they aren't. Or you don't have the right to turn around and say, well, there's medication for that. Guess what? Besides the pain, I don't medicate myself unless I have a severe panic attack. That's pretty much about the only reason I'll medicate myself. I don't take anything for my ADD. I'm supposed to take Wellbutrin for my depression, but I don't. I'm supposed to be on something a little bit more stronger for my anxiety, but I don't. I take Xanax when I have a panic attack. I don't want to have to deal with pills. I'm not one of those people. I deal with enough medications for my back and my hip that I don't want anything else. I don't want to have more of this and more of that and go to another doctor that's going to push pills. I don't want it. I'm quite content with how I know how to deal with myself. I know when I'm going to have a bad day. I know what triggers me. I know what sets me off into, oblivion. Do I have an attitude all the time? Probably. More than likely. You can probably ask my husband that. Is there a lot of things I wish I could change about myself? Yeah. But who doesn't? Somebody to sit there and criticize you because of you not following the doctor's orders, or you need to medicate yourself. No. I see more and more people who medicate themselves and have ups and downs and fall behind and have this and go through that, and I don't want it. I've got myself under control. And my family knows, if If I'm sitting in the backyard coloring my heart out, I'm having a day. It's just one of those days. Leave me alone. If I wake up in the morning, I downstairs have a cup of coffee, a cigarette, and I'm on the front porch for a really long time, my mind's racing. My anxiety is a little heightened. Leave me be. When you start forcing me to try to do something and telling me I have to do this, or I need to do that, or you need to do this, or I shut down and I get overwhelmed like no tomorrow. It does not make me lazy. It's just part of my daily struggle. And I'm fighting for it. I'm gonna go get this tattoo. For those of you who have struggles like I do, you know about the semicolon and you know about the arrow. So I'm actually gonna go get a combination of it all with the word strength, because this is what's made me who I am. I'm a survivor because I've got more battle scars than I need to. I've got, there's people out there that got more battle scars than I do, but for me personally, I have battle scars for daily struggles. I get over something and I go through something and I fight through it because I have to. I have a 9-year-old son. I have to fight for it. You want to know something funny? So I had to go to the emergency room when all that couldn't get up, back pain and everything started. It physically felt like my bones were grinding. It was bad. It was excruciating. And I had to go to the emergency room. And the register, ER, nurse, whatever person, she comes in. She's like, do you feel like you're going to harm yourself? And after just being asked how much pain I was in, I actually laughed at her. Because I just told her I was in like 11, only like pain chart scale 15. I think it's the first time I said 15. And then the second time I said 11. And then she told me I was still too high, so we're just going to put 10. And so I was trying to be, laughing and trying to get myself to go through the pain. And then she asked me that question. And I looked at her and I was like, you know what? I'm afraid to die, so what do you think the answer is to that question? And she just turned around and looked at me and she's like, we're gonna put no. That is one of my biggest fears, and I know it's part of life, and I think it comes from losing a lot of people in my life, and it scares the shit out of me. No lie. If I think about it, or I think about me getting old, or my son dying before me, or me dying and my son not having anything, or my mother dying, or I can literally overthink it, run it through my mind over and over and over again, and eventually I throw myself into a nasty panic attack. I am able to talk about it because the more I talk about it, the easier things get. But so I figure that I'm going to turn my channel into like a support talk about my life. This way I get things off my chest. I'm not that I'm venting, but I don't really talk to people, so this is just another way for me to express myself. So not only am I a blogger, I do company product reviews, which is this thing that's been bobbing in my hand.